I'm disgusted. Artemis 2 crew were nearly ready to land on the moon. How were you going to land on the moon when you were flying around in space in a capsule? You were in a capsule that smelled like sewage with GMO packages of fake food, using the restroom every hour. What mechanics were you going to use to land on the moon? Please enlighten me. And how are you going to get outside of that capsule that those Marines had to pry open the door when you landed on San Diego Ocean? You guys had no space helmets. And you really want us to believe that you guys were taking pictures on the backside of the moon? Where was the footage? Did the live stream show us the backside of the moon? What's your resume looking like? Are you a scientist? No. Are you an actor? Yes. I heard you signed up with Central Castings in Los Angeles. Were you guys practicing in a building with a giant-sized moon? 100%. The fact that media is getting away with lies is crazy. If we begin to search up how NASA was even created and why, we would know that it's fraudulent. They're the biggest consumers for helium, and they have one of the biggest water tanks inside a building. Go look that up and get back to me in the comment section. Who really believes they actually went to space?
Thanks to NASA, I have gone down a very deep rabbit hole, and I genuinely want to vomit, because the more I read, the more questions I have, and I just don't know what to do with this information, honestly. We sit in class, science, and they teach us all this stuff about astronauts and space travel and deep space, and they even have astronauts, I remember for me in the 6th grade, come out and give you this whole spiel about how great it is. And so they show us all this stuff, maybe some additional footage, some transitions in there, and a press conference. And we're like, yep, we just stopped questioning everything that we saw, everything that's right there in front of us. And the Van Allen belts, for example, the 2 massive rings of radiation that wrap around the Earth. Okay, not in theory, not something somebody made up. It's documented science. And just casually in 2014, Kelly Smith, one of their engineers, says on camera in an official NASA video, okay, that they need to figure out how to get through the Van Allen belts safely before they can send people through that region of space. That was in 2014. We've gone through that region of space in 1969 6 times in a capsule, and everyone came home. I need someone to really explain this stuff to me, because I have been reading for hours and I cannot find a straight answer. Just a lot of people telling me I'm looking at it the wrong way and I don't understand how things work, which is that's wow. Okay.
You hear the astronaut describing the view of Earth when she was up by the moon, how it was undisturbed in the universe. Hold on a second. I thought we were chasing the sun at 66,000 miles an hour. Not only that, I thought the ISS was dependent on the Earth moving out of the way so that it doesn't crash into it. Because the ISS is supposedly in a constant state of free fall, right? So how could the Earth be undisturbed if all that movement has to happen in order for the ISS to exist?
Don't talk about Artemis. Don't question the narrative. So I'm supposed to be impressed by this? All the money that they get, and this is what we're shown, a handful of polished still images that look more like studio-grade composites than something that should silence all doubt. No 24-hour live stream, no continuous real-time footage of our home. No long-form, uncut, continuous video of the mission. Just a whole lot of photos and captions and trust us, bro. Is that what transparency is supposed to be like? So let me get this straight. During their active mission, they could send us back photos, but they can't show us continuous live stream footage. And then the ending. It's the same old script. Splashdown. Clap. And everybody goes home. Don't question it. For the amount of money involved in this, that was very underwhelming. And you are not wrong for questioning it. It looks staged and fake. It was unbelievably weak.
How dare you guys? How dare you question if NASA has been to the moon? Of course we've been to the moon. And of course we went back and circled the moon on April Fool's Day. How dare you ask questions like, what fuel did the rover use in a place where fuel can't even burn? It's science. You wouldn't understand. How dare you question NASA claiming that it ran on batteries, even though batteries die in extreme temperatures? How dare you accuse them of using green screen when they're obviously not using green screen? How dare you question them making phone calls to the moon, even though my phone loses reception hiking? Again, it's science. You just don't get it. You don't understand. Your simpleton mind just doesn't understand the science. Stop asking questions. It makes you look stupid.
Not processed what we just did, and I'm afraid to start even trying. When this started on April 3rd, I wanted to thank God in public. When this started on April 3rd,
Biggest conspiracy theory that freaks everybody out is flat Earth.
But
Plenty
there's
of them.
satellite photographs of Earth from space.
Those are all cartoons.
What are you
Those
talking about?
I'm saying that even the NASA, the guys who actually do those composites, those are composite imagery.
It is Photoshop, but it's has to be.
Let's look at footage from the space station of Earth.
Right there, a little stitching, like right there.
So this would just keep going straight forever.
Do you see that line?
Yeah,
Do you
that
see that
line.
line right there? What is that?
What is that line?
Yeah, what is that line? Well, that looks like stitching to me. It looks like they've stitched together and it crosses over there through that mountain range right there.
That is weird, whatever that is. But
so by your very example, I'm just saying that you have to have a certain amount of faith in that. And on the surface, mundus vult decepi.
Okay. You're freaking me out. Go back to that, Jamie. So what is the explanation? Go back a little bit.
Yeah, what is the explanation of that line right there?
Right, but how weird is that? That is weird that there's this line.
Right, because
very
that
clear.
in itself is a composite image, a cartoon that has been put together for you to look at this apparent live imagery.
This live video feed from the International Space Station has
been interrupted because you're watching too much.
Due to either a change in the onboard camera configuration or a loss of signal with the communications network. The video will return when the connection is reestablished. This is during the live feed.
Whenever they're up there shooting with cameras outside, you're like, oh, there's the curvature, and then every now and then the camera turns and it inverts for a moment, then it goes back down.
I've never seen that.
I watch a lot of NASA stuff. The way laser sighting across large bodies of water or navigation maps for air travel, for pilots, is always the presumption of a flat Earth. It's always in the pilot manuals.
What exactly are NASA stickers made of? Things can withstand 5,000 degree heat during re-entry and look brand new. I would like to wrap my vehicle in NASA stickers. Maybe my house. Heck, if the Twin Towers had been covered With NASA stickers, maybe September 11th would have gone down a whole lot differently. Maybe even the Pentagon. What do you think? Tell me in the comments.
NASA is going viral, but for the wrong reason. Watch.
Some of the conferences, and then what I enjoyed watching with my family. I think there's a lot going on. It's been interesting to watch it with my family. I think there's a lot going on.
During the Artemis crew interview, you can see an object floating with words appearing, which seems to be CGI. And we know how NASA in the past has used CGI and green screen. And you wonder why there's lots of people saying that they don't believe NASA ever landed on the moon. Is this a coincidence? I don't think so. The Artemis ship launched on April Fools. The whole purpose of this mission is to orbit around the moon, not land on it, and come back to Earth as a test run. This is just one big distraction as the elites are getting ready for the New World Order. But it gets even crazier because now we have congressmen coming out saying that aliens are indeed real and have interacted with them.
Roundhound was in a live today telling people that the Earth rotates under a sniper bullet when fired north. So I jumped in the live to address that. Let's see what happened.
If we're in a hovering hot air balloon, does the Earth rotate under us? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, if we put the sniper in a hot air balloon, what happens? What happens, Roundhound? Tell us. He just said a sniper, when he fires north, the Earth rotates under the bullet. If we put the sniper in the hot air balloon, Roundhound, do you expect me to believe that when he fires it north from the hot air balloon, it's going to rotate under the bullet, but not the hovering hot air balloon? Is that what happens, Roundhound?
That's what he wants us to believe.
Loser, man, you are so
Answer the question. What happens? Does it affect?
I'm answering the fucking question. It'll do exactly the same thing.
So not the hovering hot air balloon he's in though, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. So you just agreed with me that you fire a projectile north from a hot air balloon, it's going to rotate under the bullet and not the hovering hot air balloon he's in. Wow.
What's the amount it would deflect?
Oh, here we go. The classic burden of proof reversal fallacy. I can't prove my globe religion, so I want you to do it for me. Yeah, it's not my claim, but there is no Coriolis effect, you peanut.
You guys, I want you to listen to what this astronaut says at the very end of this video, and then tell me in the comments what you think.
Math and science were kind of my favorite subject. I didn't really like English and reading too much, but I've since grown out of that, and I enjoy reading now. And I played a lot of sports. And all of that happened in a little town called York, Maine, across the United States from where we're talking to you right now.
He said all of that happened in a town called York, Maine, all the way across the country from where we're at right now. Do you think that was a Freudian slip, or did he mean all the way across the lunar planet system, solar system from where we're at now? How could you confuse the two? He's on the West Coast probably filming and and it was live. It was a live Q&A, so you can't take it back. It wasn't pre-recorded like they always do. You know, it's a Hollywood production. Listen, they may have gone up in space somewhere. I don't know. Are they flying around the moon right now? I don't know. I question everything now. Do you?
Can someone please tell me why all of the images of the moon from the Artemis 2 mission show a giant, dusty, gray, and dull rock? But then when we look up at the sky, we see a bright, luminescent body. Like, it literally is its own light. And this is how I know this. Have you noticed how the moon only lights up the clouds local to it? It's not like sunlight is traveling through space and then hitting the moon and then bouncing off of the moon. A negative filter proves that. Right here, the source of the light is black, and it's only lighting up the clouds local to it. And another thing, did you know that if you step in the moon's light, you can actually feel that it is roughly 3 to 4 degrees colder on average than the shade? So that means that the moon is giving off a cold light, which is completely different from the kind of light that the sun is projecting. I've been telling you guys since day one that the moon is its own body of light. And what's really weird is all of the pictures of the Earth from the moon, The Earth is always changing sizes. Year by year, picture by picture even. It's absolutely absurd that anyone even believes this. This is spellcasting. They are rubbing it in our faces, that they control the sheeple. Look at me, I'm in space.
People literally believe all this BS, right? This isn't even a real picture, this is AI. People believe what they're seeing. People believe what the government shows them on their little devices, right? Knowing that with AI, they can create whole movies in mere seconds and minutes. They can create a whole movie, 2-hour movie, right? Yet people are gonna believe what the government's showing them. It's unbelievable how lost people are. They've lost their discernment. It's been programmed right out of them, and that's all by design. And try to talk to these people about it, try to open these people's minds and open their eyes, and they get all mad and attack you, right? It's like telling a child that Santa Claus isn't real. And it's unbelievable. They have successfully programmed discernment right out of people. People have no discernment, right? They do not have the ability to think for themselves. They do not have the ability to challenge the narrative that's being put out here. See, the whole thing is fake. All of it. The world is fake. It's all a matrix. It's all a system that they built for you to exist in, to keep you controlled in this little box where you can't connect to your true source power, and you're stuck in this little box. They give you entertainment. They give you psyops nonstop. They just sports. They get you distracted so you never reach your true potential and your true power and peace and all that stuff. And people are out there believing all this BS, and they will till the day they go.
If you believe that these 4 people right here are going on a 10-day trip to go around the moon and back, there is something wrong with you. I don't know about y'all, but I first heard about this a couple days ago. Like, if they were actually going to space, wouldn't we have known about this for 10, 5, something like that, like many of years before they actually went? I just found out about this a couple days ago, that they're going to the moon. Not to mention some of the photos that they have taken and sent back look faker than Kim Kardashian's ass. These 4 people are not going on a 10-day trip around the moon. They are not going to the moon, nor are they in space. Right now they are in Hollywood, California, in a film studio, filming what we will see in 10 days. I just can't believe that we're in the year 2026 and people still believe this kind of stuff. Like, you turn on the news and you actually believe that 4 human beings are going millions and millions of miles away. They're flying around for 10 days and they're going to somehow come back all in one piece. Wow. I mean, the fact that some of you believe this is mind-blowing.
Is he central casting? He's central casting. Okay, we'd call it central casting if you were doing a movie for location.
I got a lot of people in my comment section on my Flat Earth video saying the Bible doesn't describe it like that. Revelation 7:1 and Isaiah 11:12 talk about the 4 corners of the earth. Job 38:13 talks about taking hold of the ends of the earth and shaking the wicked off of it. Daniel 4:10-11 talks about a tree in the middle of the earth that is visible to all the earth. 1 Samuel 2:8 and Psalm 75:3 talk about pillars he set up firmly and set the world on. 1 Chronicles 16:13 says the world is firmly established and shall not be moved. Psalm 104:5 says the foundations of the earth shall not be moved forever. In Joshua 10:12-13, Joshua asked the sun and moon to stand still, so the sun stood still and the moon stopped. So if we're on a globe and really spinning, why didn't Joshua ask the earth to stand still? Instead he asked the sun and moon, which means they're moving and we are not. And these are just a few of the verses that describe it. There are plenty more. I love you. God bless you.
The Flat Earth map dates back over 1,000 years. This map is credited to being created by a Persian astronomer. His name was Al-Biruni and he lived between 973 AD to 1048 AD. It's the official map of the United Nations and also the United States Geological Survey. It used to be present in many places before the creation of NASA and the Antarctic Treaty in 1959. Here you see it with Admiral Byrd. This map has been restored by Dmitry from Russia with suggestions of mine, Eddie Alenkar. Known by my YouTube channel Flat Earth Banjo, I asked Dmitry to include the Bermuda Triangle and Point Nemo, a place deep in the Pacific where NASA buries rockets. Then Robert Tozzi, a professional mapmaker, came along and enhanced the map even more. There are many people now selling this map online, but if you could order it from my online store, I would greatly appreciate it. Visit my online store now and order one of the items. I humbly thank you.